without further ado, we'll get into the commandments. So the first one, thou shalt send using an external service provider. How many of you are sending email using some sort of desktop application? No one. No one will admit to it. So, told you guys, I work at Dartmouth, and I started working there a couple years ago. And within about 2 days of my being hired there, I found out that they were sending out all their email internally. And just kind of, I'd only been there 2 days. I didn't want to rock the boat just yet, but just kind of made a mental note in the back of my head that this was going to be a problem. Lo and behold, within about 2 weeks, we found out that all of our email was being blocked by Yahoo and Comcast. Now, that's what happens when you send it out internally, and it was creating a lot of problems for us because, as fundraisers, we were trying to hit as many eyes as possible to raise as much money as possible. And Yahoo is a pretty big email provider. So you have to send using an external service provider. Outsourcing is not a bad thing in this sense. And when I was trying to convince Dartmouth to outsource this, it was going to be to the tune of $15,000 a year. They send about 3 million emails a year just out of the fundraising office. And $15,000 isn't email free. Like, so that was a little bit of a big chunk for them to swallow. But the fact of the matter is, $15,000, is nothing compared to the cost of a full-time employee's salary to deal with all the deliverability issues that come up if you don't use an external provider. These things can also promote